I think we're live. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Typical Skeptic Podcast. This is a special, I want to say it's called like a pop-up show. So welcome to everybody streaming on Pink Bella's page. Welcome to everybody streaming on the Typical Skeptic Podcast. Pink Bella and I decided to do a special show today. She wanted to help me try to raise funds for my trip. So she said we're going to do readings today for you guys, all the proceeds will go to, if you can PayPal, it will go towards funding my trip, the PayPal link is, I'll put it in the description. And it's gonna, I'm leaving Friday, I think Friday or Saturday morning. It's 110% for sure now. It's just a matter of time and like me getting everything together and everything packed and making sure I have everything to go. And I coordinated with Maya, and Maya's going to be picking me up, and we're going. So it's all happening. It's kind of scary. I'm a little bit nervous, but it's going to happen. So I'm just going to do it, But with all that said, my guest today is the great, amazing Pink Bella Aloha. Pink Bella Aloha, she's from Pink Bella Aloha Therapy. She's a certified quantum healer and multidimensional light body practitioner, certified Akashic records reader, including quantum healing and clearing, certified USUI Reiki master, teacher and practitioner, certified crystal and 12 to 22 chakra instructor and practitioner, life and personal empowerment coach. She also does Ascension, multidimensional guide and way shower, 12 to 22 chakra quantum healing and energy balance, Akashic records readings, quantum to multidimensional hearing and clearing, ancestral, personal, past lives, Atlantis, Lemuria, galactic wars, dark ET soul contracts, and more. She also does quantum healing and releasing of implants, seals, tags, and JSEALS. And she also does sacred space clearing of home, business, and property. And she also does like pet communication. So she does like animal communication, pet communication. And she also works with the Starseeds, Blu-rays, 144,000 soul missions, divine unions, twin flames, and all that stuff. So with all that said, I'd like to give her a big warm welcome to the show. Pink Bella, thanks so much for coming back on. And thanks so much for wanting to do this with me today. I'm so excited.
I am too. Thank you, Rob. Aloha Tribe and Extended Typical Skeptic Podcast Tribe. I'm excited. Great information channeling in. And I feel like it's just super important for us all to gather today. I really want to support Rob and the UFO conference in Florida. So whatever I can do to help. So whoever wants to donate, PayPal for him, for either a reading today or just to donate for some travel expenses would be fantastic. And I'm super excited about what's happening. Oh, by the way, everyone, 1 month today is the Lionsgate. So this was not planned. I didn't reach out to Rob till a couple days ago. So today is July 8th, and we have 1 month as Star Season Lightworkers to prepare for the powerful Lionsgate on August 8th.
Didn't we do a show? We were doing shows last year for the Lionsgate, right? I think we did one for the Lionsgate last year.
Yeah, and you and I have something booked like a couple days after that this year too. I kind of booked ahead with you, so we'll see what happens. Because last year was when Lahaina got had that fire on the line.
Yeah, that was sad. That was crazy.
Very sad. And I think so. The message I've been getting is we're elevating as this huge team now, and we're going to be so in our power by the Lionsgate. And I feel like even Rob and everyone going to the UFO conference, that's a symbolization of it, because it's not just, UFO people, it's SSP people, it's light workers and starseeds. Like everybody is culminating. It's like we're building up. It's like this huge wave is building up. So I'm really excited for everything that's happening right now.
It is. It's a really special time, and I think this event in Florida is going to kind of solidify it. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of people who are said that a lot of people who are military abductees, targeted individuals, secret space program, psychics, healers, like you said, light workers, starseeds. It's the whole gamut. It's going to be a really amazing con. There's going to be people like Carrie Cassidy's going to be there from Project Camelot, Miles Johnson from the Basis Project, Penny Bradley, Arkeem Ra, Matthew Mornian. It's like all Tony Rodriguez is going to be there. I
haven't met him. Check in with Rion Daron of Team Light, because he's
going to be there too.
Yeah, because I do things with him as well, and I just did an interview with him a couple weeks ago. So he's been a bud for quite a while. So I'm excited.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So where should we start? Where do you want to start?
Well, do we want to talk about the multiple suns or the Saturn space station before we get into the readings and stuff, or what? We can get into our topics for today.
Sure. And then I did like a collective reading. So even before, if anybody books a reading, I just did a little mini collective reading for us all just to see what wanted to come in for us as well. Do you want to talk about the multiple suns first? Should we start there?
Yeah, I've had some people come on my show and talk about this before, that they said that the government has like a sun simulator up there for whatever reason.
Interesting.
I don't know what it would be for, it's there's a lot of conspiracy theories behind it, but I'm not sure like what did you come up with? Like,
so I did a little bit of a deep dive, and everyone, if you're not following me on YouTube, like subscribe over there too, because I go into deep dives about it. So I have been seeing different versions of the sun. I started taking photographs of the sun like way back in 2012. So I feel like everyone who comes on Rob's show and all of us who navigate towards listening to people, I feel like there's truth in all of them. Like I feel like it's just something unfolding in a different timeline. So there very well could be a timeline where there is a false sun connected to the false matrix. But I know personally, when I go out in the sun and I'm sun gazing, I've been sun gazing for over 14 years now. It's opened up my third eye. I see sacred geometry and color rays coming from the sun. And I sent Rob some photos this morning because this goes way back. This goes way back to 2012. People started unplugging from TV and radio and even some social media, and they started going outside and capturing and documenting what was going on with the sun. So a couple things in my reality is the sun's changed. It's white now and it's huge. It's massive. I sent a couple of photos to Rob today that I just took out of the blue in June. I didn't like the biggest one. I zoomed in a little bit, but that's how big the sun is. And so what came forward for me is I did a deep dive last week, is it's a generator on the ascension timeline, on the higher timeline. It's a generator, and there are multiple suns behind it that it's connecting with. It's a Stargate system, and the suns behind it are bringing in higher frequency upgrades and instruction codes for all of us at a high frequency level, and then bringing it down through the dimensions. And then those of us that are ready. So what came in even from now through the Lion's Gate, I've been seeing emerald rays coming in and sacred geometry and emerald colors on the pavement. So I haven't even had to be out in nature. If I just sit and focus, I can see these huge rays coming down for us. So those are our abundance. That's the universe bringing us more abundance for our missions. So that's what I've been getting. But I wanted to see what you knew, and I wanted to pull some more cards about it to see if there was anything else we needed to know today.
I'd like to see what the audience thinks too. Like if you guys have an opinion about like the multiple suns, and let us know what you think. I see the pictures you sent me. I wish I could share them. Let me see if I can kind of hold them up to the.
Okay. I know. Yeah, because we don't want to ruin the stream or whatever. So So that one originally, when I saw it posted on social media, it said it was New Mexico, but when I found the one for Rob today, it was actually in Puerto Rico earlier this year, and there are two suns. And what came to me through that was, remember the first Star Wars, and even the final one on Tatooine, the desert planet where Luke watched two suns set. And so did Ray. And we're being prepared to understand that there's more going on in our soul. That's what our topics are today. There's more going on in our local solar system than we remember, and that we're being prepared to understand that there's more planets than what they've told us about, that some planets were brought in, some others are out there and they're doing different things, right? Yeah. So if anybody's seen more than one sun, let us know in the comments for sure.
It's interesting. Laura Scott says, I noticed the sun is like a mirror effect.
Yeah, and what I've noticed is it's huge now. It's white, and it's white. So that photo was taken in January or even earlier. But the photos I sent Rob, I don't know if you can hold one up. They're white now. Can you hold the other one up, Rob? The one that I sent you?
Let me see if I can get to it.
That one? Yeah. So that's just off my balcony. It's huge. It's huge. So when I pulled cards last week on my live, I got that there were 4 suns behind the sun, because what I wanted to see was whether Nibiru was behind the sun, because that's been one of the rumors. One of the rumors is like, no, that's why the sun has changed, because Nibiru is behind it and it's causing all sorts of problems. And I got, no, Nibiru is not behind the sun. Another sun is behind the sun, and another one behind that, another one behind that. So I got 4.
So
And that was from the
I
Arc.
was gonna
Sorry,
say,
that was from the Arcturian Council. Sorry.
yeah, I was gonna say, do you think these suns are coming in from multiple dimensions or multiple galaxies, like for the new Earth it's gonna happen, or to maybe that they're gonna start building more like actual like life around Earth, or maybe they've hauled in these suns because of the life on Mars or the Moon or Saturn, just to build more sun around, like these planets that they're trying to build life around, that they might already have life around that we don't know, like they don't tell us anything. It's just like what we hear,
Yeah. I was getting that it's a very positive thing, that those of us that have been awake and are ascending or doing our work are raising the vibration of the collective of our Earth. So it's actually allowing us to connect in with the sun and the Stargate system. And then the benevolent ETs, the Arcturians, showed with me last week that the other suns are also generators, and they're helping us. They're helping us with our ascension. Yeah, they're helping us with New Earth. They're helping us like recorrect the timeline that's been messed up, and like that the other team, the dark team, still tries to mess up for us, right?
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Do you want me to pull a couple of cards around that too? Maybe check.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Maybe check the comments and just see if anybody else. So the sun right behind our sun is called the central sun, and it's connected to the Sirius star system. And that central sun and the Sirius team of light have shared with me, they are kind of in charge of making sure all the right light codes are coming in for us at this time. And we just peaked on the Sirius Stargate gateway yesterday, the 7-7 gateway. So we're quite lined up with Sirius from now through the Lion's Gate. So
there was someone said, let see here. Sheba says she took a picture of the sun and the fraction looked like a huge honeycomb, she said.
Yeah, it is. It's a Stargate. So there are other people out there studying the sun, and they have seen ships coming and going as well. Like they've seen it as a portal, an access point to our reality, our dimension, for ships to come and go.
And then Heather Mattoon says, maybe it's a fractalized sun, infinite suns from the main source sun. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Possible.
Yeah, well, Rob and I are going to talk a little bit more about Nibiru. I don't know if you got a chance to listen to the clip, but it's like the theories we've been given are not quite. They're not quite. It's like we've been given it's like we've been given a grade 1 of our galaxy and our universe. And I believe that there usually is more than one sun. We've just always believed that there's just one. So yeah, I feel that there always is like more like 2, 3, 4 suns helping with the multidimensional reality for sure.
Okay. That would make sense.
It does make sense. Yeah. Okay. So it's interesting. So I got 3 pentacles. So I'm still getting the message of the sun is also bringing us in abundance. So it's how we're doing that is we're raising our frequency, we're unifying into our heart, and the Trinity, like the 3 pentacles, is like our heart, our soul, not just in the mind, and then connecting with something bigger beyond us, knowing that many of us are here on mission, right? We're here on mission to help humanity and learn and grow. And that's what, Rob's role too, is he's bringing so much great information to everyone, right? We also got the Hermit. That's the Star Council. So that's what they shared with me last week, diffusing any fear around the false sun. So that false like sun generator that's not giving us so that's a story to throw us all off, like, oh, I don't need to sun gaze. Oh, I should be afraid of the sun. So as soon as I heard in 2012, don't look at the sun, don't go out in the sun. Well, that's fear. So anything fear-based is to throw us all off track. So I just know how I feel when I'm in the sun. I don't spend it. And haven't you all noticed how strong it is now? Like, isn't it strong to be out in the sun? Like Yeah, like so you don't even need to be out sun gazing or in the sun long enough anymore to get, especially in the summer, to get vitamin D or your light codes. 5 minutes in the morning, early morning, looking at the sun, that's enough. That's all you need, because it's strong. That's why it's so hot everywhere.
Every day I go out and exercise, I keep getting darker and darker in the face and in my neck and stuff. Like, you know, I sometimes I'll wear a coat because I like to sweat more. You know, even though it's real hot outside, like I like to get all that toxins out of me. You know, because I feel like, you know, and it's losing water weight too. So, but
That's
I mean,
good. But yeah, you've noticed too, right? Like how intense it is now to be in the sun.
It's real intense. Yeah. Sometimes it's too much. Like it's like,
Yeah.
but sometimes it's really, I love it. You know, I love being out in the sun, you
Me
know?
too. Yeah. And that's the thing we all know. So don't use a lot of toxic products on your body to block those rays. Just go and do proper, like, spending time early in the morning or when the sun is setting. You're still getting your vitamin D actualization, but you don't need to be putting a lot of toxic stuff on your body. And by the way, everyone, there's lots of natural ways to receive the sun rays and not, you know, buy those products that are horrific. There's other natural products, and like something like organic coconut oil is fantastic.
That's what I put in my hair. That's what
and it's great on your skin. So it's like prevents from burning. It heals from burns as well. Yeah. Yeah.
You could do so much. You can oil pull with coconut oil for your teeth.
Coconut oil,
you know?
Organic coconut oil. And it's one of my favorite products. I love it. It's amazing.
It is. And then this girl was telling me, so this girl tried giving me like some kind of psyop, but when I went and got a haircut, she was telling me not to wear coconut oil in my hair in the sun. But then I looked it up and it said that the coconut oil can actually protect your hair in the sun.
Yeah.
So it can actually it's like a UV protectant as well. Yeah. Somewhat. It's not as good as like some sunscreen.
No, it's like an SP8 or something. So yeah, and I think, you know what's super cool too. So let's say like surfers, I learned a lot when I've gone to Hawaii. There's all this clothing you can wear that's SPF. That's what, you know, they do. And then they usually use like some kind of zinc oxide or something on their face or whatever. And because in a lot of these places, they can't wear the toxic stuff because it impacts the ocean life and the fish. Yeah. So and the coral and everything, like it's just depleted everybody. So they've moved into, there's SPF clothing you can buy if you're surfing or you're going to be outside, you can wear SPF clothing. You don't have to be because those toxins go that go right into your skin. They go right into your body and right into your bloodstream. So but I loved Rob, like you picked up right away. You're like, no, I don't think that's right. And you went home and you researched it. So that's what we do. We don't take on anyone's belief system anymore. We go, that doesn't seem right to me, right? Yeah, coconut oil is fantastic. I just want to let you know the final message that came in is a source, like this person's all tied up with blindfolds on. So this is an unawakened soul. So that psyop is to keep people in fear, constricted, and to be afraid of the sun, and it's not. And then we got the King of Wands. It's a powerful, powerful assistant to manifesting right now. Manifesting, setting intentions, co-creating with the universe. Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love that.
So besides the sun, you were going to talk about a Saturn space station. Like, what's up with that? Like, do we have any, like, I know that there was a guy who wrote a book called The Ring Makers of Saturn, which was about like extraterrestrials that were supposedly, you know, that like came from Saturn or something like that. I'd have to look it up. But
I'm just gonna pull something up again, but let me just see what I wrote down. Okay, so I did a deep dive on Saturn last week, and I got that it was like the Death Star. That's what I got. Yeah. And so I thought, well, maybe Rob has had somebody on his show that's talked about Saturn. So there's a hexagon monoglyph. I went and did some research. There's a hexagon monoglyph at the top. What else did I write down about it? Let me just see what I wrote down, because I pulled some cards yesterday, but I also wrote some things down. So there's a mega hexagon on the top. Radio waves come from Saturn via the moon to us. Yeah. That didn't sound good to me. So it's no wonder a lot of us don't like the moon, right? And let me just see what else I wrote in about, like, I wrote some channeling, and I just have to look to see. So I did it in a certain order. That's Mars. Okay, so I pulled some cards yesterday, and I got that it was like the Death Star at some point. There were galactic battles, and it was a loop to take reincarnated souls back to the Orion system. But that's been dismantled now as well. But it was sort of set up to keep us in a loop and in a low vibrational frequency. And then this map came my way about the rings. So let me just see what it says here. It says that travel to Saturn is off limits to the SSP alliance. So I don't know if that's still correct. Have you had any SSP people on that talk about Saturn?
No, not recently.
Interesting. So that'd be a good question. Even at your conference, you could check in with some people and see if they're able to go to Saturn now, right? And then on this map, you're not going to believe it, because I got the Death Star thing as an information from the that might have been on Saturday actually. The rings were created as a Death Star weapon, to be part of a Death Star weapon, but I also got that it's been dismantled. So does anyone in and the black, there are black cubes that were connected to Saturn. I know that was a big story last year. So I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if you had, and if any of your SSP people or any remote viewers have been on with you to talk about Saturn.
I know Ellen King came on and talked about Saturn. She feels like Saturn's like a major thing to do with this construct. Like she said, there's a lot of worship of Saturn, and Saturn goes into the occult. Like there's like a lot of darker stuff linked to Saturn and stuff like that.
I just got my God bumps when you said that. So that's like the truth. That's the truth. So it was brought in or created to keep us all like frozen, to keep us all kind of going around the loops and not to expand. So the reason I started looking into it is Saturn went retrograde at the end of June. And I felt that day, I didn't know, I was with a client, but that afternoon I felt like this huge dark cloud came over the earth. And I was like wiped for the rest of the day, and I wasn't feeling great. And then I looked into it. And so those of you who are into astrology, the Saturn return, we can go through 2 of those in a lifetime. The Saturn return usually happens around the time we're 28 or 30. It is not pleasant. It's not pleasant.
It's not. Experience. I had mine at 30. It was horrible.
Exactly. So I said to the universe, I'm breaking up with Saturn. I'm not going to have another Saturn return, and I want to know more information. So I did break up with Saturn. And you're not going to believe this, Rob. When I looked into where Saturn is in astrology, that was the retrograde that I came in on. I went and looked at my natal chart. So that's why I felt it so badly. Like it was in the same frequency. It was in the same and I didn't know that. Like I don't remember. I have to go look at my natal chart. Anyway, So I got the message that it was supposed to be set up as a Death Star, but that it's not anymore. So maybe see what other people are saying. But I thought maybe what I would do is I'd pull some more cards and see.
Does anybody have an opinion on that in the audience that you want to mention about Saturn? So one interesting thing that was said here was Michelle Black Feather in the Wind said, she said you guys should look up Hasidic Jews wrap their arms in black bands and put black box on their head and pray.
I know there's a lot. I'm laughing because there's so much crazy stuff going on Earth right now. Rob and I have talked about this before. Like, how are we supposed to get everybody together? Right? It's not up to us. We're just supposed to focus on us and focus on our lane. But I know the black box phenomenon was, I started noticing black boxes last year. And I think I started to look into it after what happened in Lahaina. I really started diving deep into what, because that was an off-planet operation. That wasn't an on-planet operation. That was an off-planet operation. And there were more after that. That goes into all the fires around the planet and, towns being taken out and metal being dissolved, that kind of thing. So the black box thing, and then think about this. Maybe the beings that are worshiping that are not typical humans. Maybe they're interdimensional beings, dark interdimensional beings that are trying to maintain this. Well, let's keep everybody in the dark energy,
karmic loop. Yeah, and that's interesting. You said that because Heather Mattoon says she said put this up. She says Saturn is pumping out major energy. That's why there's so much Saturn veneration by people who do magic to loop humanity into low vibes.
Yes. Okay, well, I want to let you all know you can break up with Saturn. That's what I did. So
Yeah.
as sovereign beings, so think about it. As sovereign beings, we agreed to incarnate in this lifetime on this planet. We have our basic astrology, and that's a map that we chose. So all of you, that one thing I would share with you all is go look at your natal chart and see if you came in on any retrogrades, because those are going to impact you at a cellular level when it happens in that sign, because that's what you chose, right? So I just happened to choose. So apparently Saturn, from the astrology, and the astrology camps are splitting up right now, because the true astrologers are still using these the maps and that have been moved into technology, but everything's out of whack. Like the months are out of whack, the planets are out of whack. So I woke up that morning, I thought, no, Saturn doesn't feel like it's in Pisces. Where is it? Well, in the sky, it's in Aquarius. It's not in Pisces. So that's what I came in on. I came in on the Aquarius energy. So I agree. Like, and then as sovereign beings, we break up with our astrology chart. That doesn't define us. That is a story that we came in with. And many of us came in as, we have stuff connected to the Orion system, the Galactic Wars. Saturn was part of that. I never liked Saturn. I never accepted the Saturn return.
Would you, do you think they set up our charts as part of like the precession of the equinox to like as a bigger thing, like, you know, the precession of the equinox, how that goes from, you know, the year of the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius to the age, you know, to like keep humanity in certain cycles. And like they say that sometimes that there were like certain rulers, like Anunnaki rulers, that ruled over those times. Like they thought that Marduk was ruling over the time of Pisces, and that's why it was like really like violent. Like if you notice, like the time of Pisces was real violent, and that's why people were really looking forward to like the age of Aquarius. They thought that maybe that was, they would be new times, and it would be like a whole new like clean slate where like people would be like of a higher consciousness and kind of like come out of this like warlike stuff. And you know what I mean? Like, did you hear the same?
Yeah, well, no, that was what part of the podcast I listened to over the weekend, is that there's all these plans to keep us in a loop, to keep us at a low vibration, because those of us that are conscious and are awake are going, why are people still fighting each other? Why is that still going on? Why do we not all have water and food and resources? Like it's not rocket science. So we are very aware, and we know that programming is trying to keep us all in a loop. So I started with astrology. Like I still find it interesting. I still share about it, but I'm not locked into it. Like I'm not locked into going, oh, I have a second Saturn return, I'm going to accept that. No, like I already went through one. That's enough, right? Plus, then I was like, well, how uncomfortable I felt when Saturn went retrograde on a week ago Thursday. I thought, that's crazy. So I knew it was connected to the moon. Like I knew, like sometimes the new moon and the full moon is very intense for many of us, and we don't like it. It's like nails on a chalkboard, because the frequencies from the moon go against the grain of the binaural beats that we want to listen to. It's like it's still trying to anchor in those old, you know, what they changed the frequency of all the music, what, back in the 50s or the 40s or something, like from 400, they changed it to 430 hertz. I think it's supposed to be 432. So we all know like when something feels off, right? So I wanted to just check in and see what everyone knows about Saturn, but definitely we all know we don't like the black box. And if you notice, like, you know what, you all, if you see a black box somewhere, if you're somewhere and you see a black box, take a photograph of it and share it with me and Rob, because we want, like, that's the thing. Like, if we start exposing where they are, we can take them down. We can get rid of them. You know, it's not necessary. But I agree. Like, I do know that it's part of the keeping humanity in a low vibrational loop for sure.
I agree. And then one of the other things we were going to get into was moon bases and Mars. Like, did you really touch on this?
Yeah. Oh, I pulled a couple cards about Saturn, so I just want to share this because it's super positive. So right now, like the version of Saturn, that old version is impacting our sun. It's impacting our ascension. It's impacting our rays, and and then there's that Leo card, the Strength card. So it's been impacting us, but we're busting through all of that, right? Like this is what's so exciting about this. We're just like, no, not accepting it. So overall, 7 of Cups, everyone, choose your timeline wisely. Like if you go and you listen to a truther and you listen to something that's going to pull you into the sun's not real, like then we get out of joy. Then we get out of like, we're here to have this great physical experience as well. We're not just here to, you know, to be all down about everything. But I got an email from a client that she had listened to a truther sharing about that. So I went and looked a little bit at the video. Bless their souls. They're just bringing in their truth, but their vibration was super low. And the Arcturian said there are multiple timelines going on right now. So we have to choose wisely which timeline we want to be on and what resonates with our heart and our soul, because that is going on. But do you want to be over there? Is that where you want to be? No.
Yeah.
You want to be on you want to be with the natural sun that feels good. Like Rob's out there running. He feels good in the sun. We want to be with the good sun. And that's what we choose. That's what we choose.
I agree.
What were we talking about next?
Sorry, we were just talking about the moon bases and Mars. I told you about this. I don't know if I told you this before. I had a friend. His name was Miles, and he went by Miles Moon Bases, and he used to come on my podcast, and he would show photos of the moon that he took. He had a really good camera where he was able to get like, you know, pictures of like some really interesting things going on the moon. Like they were like possibly like drilling up there for something. Like, you know, something's definitely going on up there, you know, that they're not showing us. Like,
yeah. Isn't that interesting that Pink Floyd's album was Dark Side of the Moon?
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right?
And when I did some research about it, that's what everyone talks about. Like we only see sort of one side of the moon, and there's a whole bunch of stuff going on the dark side of the moon. And apparently there is access to some of the photos now, and there are bases, but they look abandoned. So let me just see what's over here on the map. Let me just see. It was a grand experiment. It's where the Dark Fleet, the Draco, and the Reptilians had bases, and the Greys. So you know, we've all been feeling this anyway. We've been feeling that the moon hasn't been like a natural. It's some type of, you know, space station type thing. Yeah. And what did I get right now? I wrote something else. Oh, supposedly there's domes there as well. On the dark side, there's some domes. I don't know if you talked about that as well. And I can pull some more cards about it, but what I got it was connected to Saturn and like looping everyone back, you know, through the reincarnation cycle, but that's been dismantled. And the Arcturian team of light also shared with me that everything really shifted more positively for all of us in June this year, that the moon frequencies are not what they were. Like that they're still using the moon to kind of keep the tides and everything organized as a frequency, but we're not receiving like the dark codes that go against whatever. So I don't know. Have you been feeling different around the moons the last couple of moon cycles?
Every time it's a full moon, it gets really crazy for me. Every time, it never fails. You know, like I'm almost, when I hear it's going to be a full moon, I almost want to lock myself in my room and not in my studio here and just not come out, because like it's wild. You know, it's really strange. I don't know what it is. You know, if it has something to do with for water, the amount of water in our body, if that's reacting to the water in the moon or something.
It's the amount of water in the brain. So everyone has a different amount of fluid in around their brain, the chambers of the brain. So I shared space with somebody who was bipolar, and that person really had a hard time around the moon cycles. But what's interesting is that was a couple of years ago. I too wasn't feeling great around the moon cycles, but I have been feeling they've been a little bit less, not how other people have been reacting, but I've been feeling a little bit less intense around it. Oh, by the way, this is the time of year when they forget to shut the moon off. We talked about this last year, like a week after the full moon. I went to sleep one night and there was still something bright in the sky. It was a week later, the moon was still there. So that, I think it's also like part of this weird holographic reality that we're in, that it's there. And maybe the rest of the collective wouldn't be able to handle that. It's not really natural. It's not a natural positive thing for us. Right.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to see how you were doing and how everyone else is still feeling. So, I mean, it's only July. So we've really only had one moon cycle. So we'll have a new moon. We just had a new moon a couple days ago, And then we'll have a full moon in a couple of weeks. So we'll have to see how everybody's feeling. But maybe start reprogramming yourself that the moon frequencies are okay. We can override it anyway. You all can just go listen to positive frequencies that are going to raise your vibration. If you need to lock yourself in your house, then do it, because we're still dealing with a collective that is still hooked into that old reality.
Sometimes
sure.
I'll do parasite cleanses during a full moon too.
It's a great, I find it's a really good time to like declutter, clean house, do laundry, that kind of stuff. Like it's just a good time to kind of take a break and cleanse. So apparently it's still bothering everyone. I got the Wounded Warrior, the nine of wands, but that, you know, what's interesting, that a 9 is completion. We also got the Tower card, so it's still like sort of, it soul fragments everyone's so everything just sort of like falls apart. It just feels too much. It's also interfering with our internal divine feminine masculine, but it's interfering with the unions. That's interesting. So that was also another potential part of why the moon was set up, to interfere with the divine unions coming together. So during the full moon that's coming up, which will be in about 2 weeks, I think around the 21st, when we head into Leo energy, it's the 6 of Cups. So stop and smell the roses. Do whatever you can to keep your vibration high. Yeah. So Rob, did you have any guests on that talked about like remote viewing the moon and going there at all?
I've had a couple of different people talk about the moon, like, you know, different times. Like I've had like Terry Lovelace is one that I remember. He was an abductee who says he was taken to the moon. And
Oh, wow.
what was interesting was the stuff that he was talking about. He said they were drilling for helium-3, similar to what Miles said. And then everybody that said that they went to the moon said that they saw civilizations there. That everybody says that there's like already civilizations there. There's a lot going on, you know, and they're not telling us about it, obviously. So it makes me wonder, those pictures of like the International Space Station that NASA shows, like, what is that even, you know? I wonder what they're showing there, you know?
Exactly. It's like we're being spoon fed, because if we think about it, that's what the big, you know, this conference is about, and us all coming together is understanding that we're only just getting spoon fed. A lot of us have to go do our own research. And that's why Rob has people on his guests on your show, to share that information, because they're just spoon feeding us. Because, you know, a lot of the main collective still believe that we're the only people in the galaxy.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the interesting thing. Anyway, we all just know that the moon was a lot more than it was, and Mars too. So Mars, okay. There's a whole bunch of different theories. Like Mars was a slave colony. There's also a theory that many of us who came here from Earth came here from Mars because there was a big galactic battle and everything got destroyed on Mars, so people had to come here. Apparently, there's underground bases there, and it was there's like old ET ruins. What else? Oh, there's a face on Mars. Whole bunch of things going on there. And are there any?
They have like biospheres supposedly, because they can't live on top of the surface, so they have like biospheres, and then they have entrances underground. Another person that came on my show that was really interesting was this investigative journalist. Her name's Mary Joyce. I always talk about her. She wrote a book called Spy in the Sky. And what this is she went on Google Earth, because on Google Earth, it's not just Google Earth, but you can go on the moon and you can go on Mars. And
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, she's found like entrances to stuff on Mars, and she's found like some really interesting stuff. It's a really good book. I would recommend everybody get it. It's called Spy in the Sky. It's almost all pictures of the findings that she found on Google Earth of Mars and the moon, and it's really good stuff, you know, and it'll sync up with a lot of things people have said, you know.
Yeah, and I'm almost like, what I'm hearing is that the surface of Mars changed drastically, and that's why people are living within Mars.
Yeah,
that there's not, or beings are living within Mars. Like there's not
because they
like
say
that. Go ahead.
There was some kind of radiation blast that went off there at some point, you know.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out what to share. It was also, Mars was also, I got that it was kind of brought in like the moon. It's not really natural. and it is connected to like nibiru. It's also been part of like keeping everybody in a low vibrational frequency. There's been a lot going on there, a lot going on in Mars. So
that's cool. What should we get into some of the personal readings that people requested now, or what do you think?
Yeah. Do you want me to pull 1 or 2 cards on Mars just to see if there's
Yeah,
anything
that'd be
else
cool.
maybe? Okay, let's just see if there's anything else. Oh, we got the yeah, that's enough. We got the 7 of Cups again, so choose wisely. So just some of you are going to have maybe a lot of Mars energy in your astrology chart. So you know how I would look at that is that means that you resided there and your soul knows what's going on there, and you also might really deeply feel when Mars moves into different energies as well, right? We didn't really talk about Nibiru, so just briefly, I sent. We can do another show about Nibiru because that's like a whole show. But Nibiru is out there, but it's not behind our sun. And it is sort of what was the cycle that it sort of moves around our galaxy every 3,600 years, and it was part of one of the planetary bodies that the Anunnaki used and lived on.
Yeah, and like, do you think it's like verified? Do you think it's like, I mean, because I know people have said it seems like it's out there. Like,
it's very yeah. So if you didn't get a chance to look at the clip that I sent you, we'll do that. Maybe we're doing a show at the end of the month. We can look at that again. You'll have a chance to sort of look at it. But yeah, it's been verified. It just hasn't been it hasn't been verified for the collective, right? Because the collective has to physically go and research information so that they don't get scared. But yeah, I wasn't sure about it. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't behind the sun because that was one of the rumors. It's not, but it is sort of, there's all these different dwarf planets out in our galaxy. And there is data there, but you have to go research it. So Nibiru is just one of them. And it's
a brown dwarf, right?
Yeah, and it has been verified, and it does come kind of in between. It's like where is that the one that's out by Pluto now? Something's up by, yeah, it's farther out now. That's why I think they're having a hard time kind of figuring out where it is. It's moved, it's shifted. So it's farther out. It's out past Pluto now.
Wow.
I know. Yeah, so that's what I mean. There's so much with our galaxy that we're just going to keep learning about, that we have to. I think this was what came in last year. Some of the truths that we're all learning together is way more going on than we were told.
Yeah,
and so many other planets out there that we're not even aware of that they call dwarf planets. But yeah, there's Nibiru has been confirmed for sure. Okay, just before you check the readings, maybe find the readings we want to do today. And as you're doing that, I'll just go through our collective reading. So this is for now. We're through in the Sirius Stargate. What messages we want to come in for all of us? And we got the central sun, which I love because that's what we've been talking about. And the central sun is part of the Sirius star system. We are in that. We are in the Stargate right now, preparing us for the Lion's Gate. Guess what? Abundance downloads, regeneration, and success. So abundance. We're learning all about the universe provides abundance for us, and what we give out comes back to us. But we just have to affirm that. Okay. We also got star gathering, and stars are aligning, remembering home, and soul tribe. And I appreciate all of you being here today because that's what we are. We're soul family, we're soul tribe, and we're helping each other. So we got crystal skull wisdom. We are in a very powerful time. We've been talking about the sun. From now through the Lion's Gate, the sun intensifies. The downloads intensifies. You might feel like you might have ascension symptoms. You might feel dizzy. You might get aches and pains in your bones, your teeth, etc., because that's what's happening is the laser plasma light codes that are coming in. You know, Schumann resonance is off the chart. I think I posted twice this month. It's been over 100 hertz, right? The M flares, the X flares, it's just going to continue on because it's pushing out that old divine, that old carbon-based energy. The program. So the sun is helping us regenerate our DNA that got locked down. Okay, so it's bringing in high vibrational energy.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. I guess the first one we could do is from Selena Ingalls.
Okay.
Well, there was a couple PayPal. There was like 3 PayPals, and then there was a couple super chats. Like so there. Maybe we could do the this PayPal's first.
Sounds good.
Selena Ingalls wanted a general reading.
Okay. Hi,
And
Selena.
do you need me to pull up her profile or on here, or
Yeah, if you could find the whatever she shared to bring her up, that would be good. For
okay.
sure.
Let me. Oh, here she is. Okay.
Away my notebook. I'm just going to ask. So I'm going to tap in. I'm going to tap in with your Galactic Akashic records and any information that wants to come in for Selena for this gateway. Let's see what your higher self and your team of light want you to know. This is an Akashic Stargate for you. You're very connected to the Arcturian energy. That's so interesting. I love that because I've been channeling in the Arcturians a lot lately. And a crown chakra upgrade. So I'm going to go through this, and then I'm going to pull 2 more cards for you. I'll pull a dragon, and I'll pull I can't remember, gate frequency deck. Okay. So let me just see what your higher self is saying. Akashic Stargate. So this is a really powerful time for you, Selena, to set intentions and manifest. So see, what I love about this image is see the gateway at the back with the rainbow in it. That's you choosing everything. You don't have to choose one or the other. And I went for a reading a million years ago, and that's what they shared with me. We always think if we choose one thing, we can't have the other. You can have it all. You just have to claim it. So this is a really powerful time for you right now, and everyone, to align with your purpose. You're at a crossroads. There's no wrong path, but to really get crystal clear about what you wish, what timeline you want to be on, what you wish to manifest. Okay. You're also, like, you've got a crown chakra upgrade. So that is, you're receiving a clearer connection with the divine, with your higher self. Miracles are potentially super possible for you right now. And the Arcturian. So you're connected to the Arcturian light team. And they're like one of the teams that I work with that are down here. Like, they're kind of my go-between between me and the other alliances and source. So you are connected to the Arcturian team of light, and that is our higher self version that's from the future. And it's really would be cool for you to be in the sun for a little bit, or set your intention just to receive your downloads. That's all you have to do. Even if you don't understand what you're receiving, just set the intention to receive your mission codes, your abundance, your guidance, your connection with your higher self, and the universe is listening right now. Okay. So I got to pull one more frequency card and see what else wants to come in. Oh, I love it. You got a frequency. Number 12, expansion. So there's a galactic code for you. And then 741 hertz right now would be a wonderful frequency for you to listen to. Find one that you like, because they're all different and unique. And it's an enlightened healing code for you. Okay.
Wow.
I love that. Yeah. And then I'm going to pull dragon for you, because I love bringing the dragons in for everybody. Oh, I love it. Got the green gold dragon from Sirius. Can't make this up, right? Yeah. So this is bringing you universal knowledge and wisdom for your pathway. And it's also, you are also a transmitter of sacred knowledge. So that often is not accepted by the regular collective down here on the planet. We might have like situations where people don't want to be around us, and it's because our frequency is different. So you've got that real Syrian. You're really connected to this from now through the Lions Gate. So you might have to activate a light shield and just potentially be around people that want to be with you as well.
Yeah, that was amazing. I thought that was I hope that resonates with you, Selena.
Thank you, Selena.
Yeah, thank you, Selena. This next one is from Isaac, Isaac. Isaac 22 or Isaac 9. He goes by. He says, "Galactic reading, please. Anything I need to know from my Starkin or Galactics." And he says, "Thanks." Then he wrote some like code word there. I like that. Oh, it's like a face. That's interesting.
Oh, I love that.
So
I love that. Thank you, Isaac. That's amazing. Okay, so I'm just gonna ask for you.
Isaac's really cool. I like him a lot.
I like his.
We've never met in person, but like we've talked a lot. You know, he's in my Telegram group. So
I love it. I was just gonna say I love his image.
Yeah,
his profile image. So let's just.
He's really advanced. You know what I mean? He's like very. You can tell he's like very intelligent. You know, like he's like very advanced. Like Well,
everyone who's here today, we're all here together. We're supposed to be here together, and we're family. We're soul tribe. And we're bringing information to each other. So that's cool. Hi, Isaac.
I agree.
Hi. Okay. Yeah. And I know the Starkin, I know. So I'm not as aligned with that information, but that information does align. with a lot of souls. So I'll just channel in what your team of light wants you to know as well. So you too are really, really part of the Stargate. Anyone who wants a reading today, your soul knows that we are aligned with the Sirius star system right now. We have a potential of really being in our power by the Lion's Gate and to unify that. So first off, you got star being healing codes. Look at all those rays coming from the sun to the earth. Important information is being downloaded for you right now. Wounds are healing and recharging. And it's also a powerful time to heal wounds, to forgive and let go of anything from the past, any people, places, things. Okay. Oh, wow. Solar light upgrade. We've been talking about this all day. So you're stepping more into your power. This is really part of this journey right now, unifying and stepping into our power, not from an ego perspective, but from I know I'm a galactic hybrid. I know I'm here on mission. I know that's right. Isaac, you're an advanced being. We all are. And you're blessed to remember more than others maybe at this time. So your solar plexus right now is getting an upgrade. The counterbalance is the throat chakra, and it's to help you move more into your empowerment and give you more supportive willpower as well. Oh my gosh, I love this. The Merkaba. Okay, so this is another. We're going through a Merkaba repair right now, but I'm glad this came up because we can set our intentions, all of us, to ask that the codes that are coming in right now to repair our Merkaba Stargate system. Okay. So it says transcendence, ascension. You are rising up. You're part of the team. What were you going to share about the Merkaba, Rob?
I've done Merkaba meditations before. This guy that I used to watch, Gerald Clark, who died, he shared the Merkaba meditation on his website. It's interesting for sure. You have to imagine this the Merkaba
you can imagine. You can imagine this. Sometimes I invoke them, not just the one around me. You can invoke them in different areas for security, to clear out old energy. So right now, as an example, it's summer, hot. I have my balcony door open at night, which I don't really always like to have. So I invoked a Merkaba to be out there to make sure that no weird energy is coming into my apartment while I'm sleeping. So that's one example. Let's see what else wants to come in for you. Oh my gosh, I love this. This is one of my favorite cards. Massive full light body upgrade. So you have the potential right now to just receive such an expansion from now through all we have to do is receive, meditate, set intentions, be out in the sun a little bit, be in nature. So you're going through a full light body upgrade to expand your consciousness. And I'm going to pull, as you specifically asked about Galactic, I've got this Galactic Heritage deck. So I'm just going to pull a card from here and just see if there's anything. It's huge. It's a huge deck. Just see if there's any specific Galactic family that wants to be present with you. Okay. I'm pulling another one. I'm pulling three because there's a story. Okay. You are connected to the Sirius star system. So you are, this is your time to remember who you are and why you came in. What does this say? Assistance without interference. And okay, this is a good point. So many starseeds and light workers have been going through a lot of interference right now. We're to ramp up our light shields, our security team, sovereignty statements, all of it. They know how powerful we're becoming. Okay, they know we're unifying. They know we're becoming this tribe, and they're going to come through people, places, things to irritate us, to take us out of our vibe of joy. So it's a great time to just know that we can also say that too. I would like to be high vibe without any interference or not. You have had interference in the past from the Zetas. What is the message? They say they were returning the favor. So what that means is that you, in another reality and timeline, you irritated them like we all have. And that's okay, because that can be released as well in the galactic records. Well, this is about you being here on Earth. You're supposed to be here. It says 50 abandonment. Now this is thank you for doing the reading, Isaac. So abandonment is like the key issue, the bottom level layer for all of us. All of us have felt at one point or another we've been abandoned by family, relationships, jobs, Why am I here on Earth? I don't want to be here. That's just the core wound. And it's a multidimensional wound. It's a galactic wound as well. Like everyone thinks if they leave planet Earth and they go back to the ships, it's going to be better. No, like there's still galactic battles going on. Like there's not really anywhere in the universe right now at the moment that's super peaceful. So because we're all working on this together and we are a big component of it. So thank you for booking this, because abandonment, everyone, might be something that comes up for you, for me, for any of us over the next couple of weeks. Okay. And it can just be healed and cleared. And we just don't buy into it anymore. Oh, I was going to pull dragon for you. I like to pull dragon messages for everybody. You got the dusky pink, a dragon from Andromeda. So you're also connected to the Andromedan galaxy and family. And I've shared this before on our shows, but the Andromedan galaxy is merging with our galaxy. It's like we're re-merging back into one massive universe. And so you're connected to Andromeda as well, preparing all your chakras to embody higher love and to vibe that out as well. Right.
Wow, so that was amazing. I hope that resonates with you, Isaac. That was really cool. He said interesting Andromeda. He said
So this is the thing about our galactic aspects. We always think we know, we find one that we vibe with, and we think that that's okay. I'm Palladian, I'm Sirian, but when in actual fact, what's happening? You're welcome. What's happening is we're learning about another aspect. So maybe today you learned that you also have a connection to Andromeda. And I didn't know about my Lyran connection till last year. So, I'm sure that there's going to be other aspects that I'm going to learn about too. So you're just picking up another piece for your soul, which is amazing. Thank you.
Yeah. This next one was a PayPal. It was from April Seiler, but I can't find her. She donated like right at the beginning, so I can't find her. Whatchamacallit? Her
her
YouTube
profile.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking for it right now as we. I'm
thinking maybe like a general reading, maybe some messages.
I think that's what she wants.
I see some people on the tribe. Hello, joyful Jennifer. Hi, everyone. I saw Arizona Raven. I saw the Andromedan. There's April. There she is. Any important messages I need right now? You're welcome.
Oh, she showed up. Okay, that's good. I'll pull up her. I'll
get
to it. I'll pull it up.
I'm just gonna put some peppermint oil on because I'm starting to heat up here. Okay.
Does that work well?
It does. It's like my best friend in the heat.
Wow.
And I think peppermint oil is like one of the, like when you look at frequencies of essential oils, peppermint oil is like right up there. It's right up there with frankincense and rose oil. It's very high frequency. Yeah, I use it. I actually put it in my tea as well, especially when it's this time of year. It's so hot. Just 1 or 2 drops. That's enough. That's enough. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So April, how are things going for you right now? How are the energies? Just wondering. Oh, interesting. Okay, so super cool. So you too, you're part of this tribe, the Sirius Starseed tribe. You agreed to be here at this time to awaken, be part of the ascension, be part of the ground crew, remember who you are, and you're receiving Sirius star blessings right now. So everything I shared today, that's with you as well. Yeah, like you, yes, proceed, be seen, push through. And I'm being called to show, I've been showing this on my channel the last little while. This was the image that I was given in my third eye this time of year, 2017, because that is the Orion system over the pyramids, and that is the bright star in the sky is the Sirius star, the Sirius sun. That's what resonates with our soul, because that's what happens at the Lion's Gate. That's what we're preparing for. And even if we're not there, we know on a soul level. So this is a really, really powerful time for you. They're also letting me know that you're a Blu-ray starseed. You resonate a little bit more with Sirius than the Pleiades, because we usually have like a home base that we tribe that we connect with a little bit locally. Okay, the Anunnaki came in as well as the Orion system. All right. So on a soul level, on a galactic level, you have had interactions with the Anunnaki and the Orion system, and it's both positive and negative. When the negative aspects come in, it's just like it's another piece of our soul, an galactic piece that we have to heal as well. That we were maybe coerced, or we had to deal with them. Some of us were actually even on the dark side, because on a soul level, we either agreed or we were forced to go and have that experience, but it's not who we are now. All right. But anyway, the information on the Inaki card is actually positive. You're ending a cycle. You're beginning a new cycle, and new information is coming in for you. And same with the Orion. The Orion system is like, that's a path, that's a portal, that's a door. You're being rebirthed by the light. You're going through a huge renewal, and you have the potential to be a supernova, which I think we all have that potential. I think it's amazing. You're also going through a third eye activation. So this is a wonderful, powerful time from now through the Lion's Gate to receive upgrades, activate your third eye, and clear seeing, clear knowing is coming your way, if you don't have that already. Okay, so just I will pull one more card for you, and then I'm going to pull a dragon message for you. Yeah, receptivity. So receiving. So you're learning how to be quiet and receive right now. Number 44, angelic diamond light codes want to come in for you. So that's so beautiful. And I think like that's why the sun looks white to me. It's diamond now. It's like a big, shiny, bright diamond bringing in those codes. So I want to ask everybody to start taking photos of the sun wherever you are. And then we can, Rob and I, we can share about all of that on the next show as well. Okay, you got the silver dragon who has a key. So that's a great message for you and everyone. The light codes coming in are key codes for you to help you move into the next level. You're being illuminated by your potential with the higher light, and you're to see higher possibilities for yourself and your journey. All right, beautiful.
Someone said they ate watermelon. Someone said watermelon zucchini pizza. That sounds good. Watermelon zucchini pizza sounds like that'd be good. I never had that before. That sounds like it'd be like pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, not watermelon, but zucchini pizza. Like watermelon.
Watermelon is huge right now, right? Like we talked about that last show. Like you've been doing watermelon drinks, and other people have been talking to me about it as well. I saw like tiny little ones that I can buy because I wouldn't be able to get through a big watermelon on my own. But like I would say like it's a fruit version of cucumber because it's so hydrating and it's got so many vitamins and minerals in it, right? It's like mainly water.
Yeah. It's amazing. Like,
are you still doing that, Rob, or are you tired of?
Yeah, I'm still eating a lot of watermelon. I love it. I usually do a plant protein shake, then I do watermelon every day. Usually, it's.
You have inspired me. I'm gonna go and get a watermelon. But
yeah,
not watermelon on pizza. Yeah, not watermelon on pizza.
No watermelon on pizza, Heather.
No.
I think he meant like watermelon and then also some zucchini pizza, like some zucchini pizza, and then maybe eat some watermelon afterwards or something like that. That would be good. Yeah. Oh,
you're welcome, Hazel. You're welcome.
Yeah. But we have a couple more. Okay, I'll get to this. The next one is from Melinda McClung, and she says, I don't know if she can put her name in the chat though. She says, I would love a general reading. She says, thank you so much.
Okay. Sounds good. Just gonna. I feel like we're going to be doing a show about AI soon too.
That would be cool. That would be really cool.
I think that there's a lot more information that's come in since you and I talked about it last year. It's out of hand. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. I don't know if this has been happening with you, but like it's scanning in my private groups in Facebook, and it's telling me that I'm doing all these infractions, and I'm not doing anything differently than I have been doing the last couple of years.
It does that to me too.
I'm posting stuff, and then I share it, and it comes back and saying, "No, you can't do that." So that's AI. So I just sent it right. I just sent it right back to them, going, "No, you're wrong." Anyway, okay. So I'm sorry. What was the lady's name? Oh, Melinda. Okay.
Melinda. She goes by Melinda Crocker on YouTube. Melinda McClung on PayPal. Yeah. So yeah.
All right. Just going to ask for herself and the Galactics to bring in information for you, Melinda. Thank you. Palladian activation. Great Central Sun. Halls of Learning. That's the bottom of the deck. Okay. solar, stepping into your power, solar light upgrade. So obviously the sun light codes are super relevant to your journey right now. You're connected to both the Palladian system and the Sirius star system. So this, again, a huge potential for you to step into your power and receive and you might not know what you're receiving. You might not know what you're receiving. I think yesterday I just sat outside and I said, I just set the intention to receive whatever I'm supposed to, because it will be unpacked in the correct time. And we have free will. So I just to cover bases, you are receiving lots of information through the sun right now, and the central sun, abundance, downloads, regeneration, and success. And also you're very connected to the Palladian system of light. So you're connected to both of them, Sirius and the Palladian system. Coming together, harmony in the heavens, resolution. So you're like a double Blu-ray, because that's me as well. Deeply connected with the Palladian system as a healer, but then also deeply connected to like the high tech of like how like we're becoming high tech. We're becoming like these light beings with our DNA activated, and we're going to be able to do amazing things, which is why they're trying to slow us down. But you're really connected to the Palladian system, and they're great healers. They really like to assist our healing. They're also really on board. So how I kind of see it is like the Sirius team, they're serious. And they're all about like, they're in charge of like the light codes coming in and where they need to go. And everybody, you need abundance codes, you need healing codes. The Palladians are really good about, they're helping us repair our DNA. So that aspect comes in to say, listen to this frequency, say these affirmations, and we'll help you, because they also, many of us have like a Palladian aspect, but we also have like they were kind of were part of, some of them were part of the manipulation of our DNA as well. So they're doing their good now to make sure that we're repaired. So they're all about that. You got halls of learning. So a confirmation that you have gone through a lot, you've been learning a lot, and this is a really powerful time of expansion. You're receiving lots of information from your Akashic records. Solar light upgrade, again, stepping into your power, stepping into the next level. And for everybody, all of us, what do we want personally, and then as a collective? This is like the universe is listening right now. Oh, by the way, everyone, on the 25th is the day out of time, and then the 26th is the Galactic New Year for all star seeds. So we're wrapping up our galactic year and we're starting a new year. So that's a good.
Wow, we should have a party our next show.
Yeah.
Because
we're booked. Yeah, you and I booked on the 24th. Like, you think I would remember this every year? No, I didn't know until a week ago, until I looked at the astrology. I forgot. Okay. Oh,
so it's like a starseed New Year. It's like New Year's for starseeds.
Yeah. It's like our calendar starts. I believe that's connected to the Mayan calendar, to the Galactic Mayan calendar. Okay, you got two. You also have messages from the Zeta. So the Zeta can be connected to the Greys or the Reptilians, but you're expanding. That's what the message is that you're going through a huge expansion right now. And then your main overall message is you're integrating right now, and you're bringing in a new higher self version as well. So integration is important. And that's a good point for everybody. So like as an example, when that Saturn went retrograde, but I didn't know what was going on, I had to sleep. Like, I finished my day and I was just like, I can't even move. And that's us integrating. Like, sometimes we just get hit by this wave of like, gotta go have a nap. I have to go sleep. You're basically getting shut down and rebooted. So that might be part of your integration right now. Okay, I'm just gonna pull a drag. Yeah,
can we do one more, do you think?
Yeah.
We missed Sheba. We missed a couple people, but I was going to say I'll get those people next time, because I got another show in 10 minutes. But okay. I didn't want to miss Sheba.
I thought we did Sheba.
No, we didn't get Sheba yet.
Oh,
I missed her.
Okay.
But she says, "Hi, Rob. Hi, PinkBella. I would love a reading. Hoping you can shed light on who's touching my left foot at night. I have on cam lots of orbs. Thank you," she says.
Okay. Oh, just to finish up with Michelle, you got a Palladian dragon. Just to confirm that the Palladians want to work with you. You got the blue dragon from the Pallades preparing you to accept source healing and a heart healing. Yeah, I thought that was cool. All right, Sheba, absolutely. I don't know. I thought I must have been in a different timeline. I thought we already did Sheba. That's good. Okay, let's bring in some messages for Sheba.
Did we do Sheba? Am I missing this? Or am I
think we did. I think you just didn't pull this up, but we didn't ask about the left foot. So let me just pull some cards about who's touching her left foot. I think we just gave her some general messages.
Okay.
Okay, so this is my feeling right away. I don't like any energy touching me. I'm sovereign.
I'm the same way.
I'm sovereign. So if somebody's touching my left foot, I sage the home. I find a sovereignty statement and I ask them to go, because our teams of light, they don't do that. Our higher self doesn't do that. And so to me, it's nothing to be afraid of, but it's just about something's in the house that's not supposed to be here for sure, right? Okay, so now this is interesting because this is my Illuminati card. So the energy is definitely, it's there to tease you, irritate you, and make you afraid, okay? You got the sword of light of protection. So that's what we're just talking about. Great message for all of us. This is the perfect time because Rob and I'll see each other in a couple of weeks. There is, you can ask for your security team to be upgraded. You can command it forth. You just need to go within and ask for that. And maybe maybe you don't have a security team. Maybe you didn't even know that you had one. So let's say you work with somebody like Archangel Michael. You can ask for that to be upgraded. And just say, I don't accept a reality where someone's touching my foot at night, okay? Divine protection, breakthrough energy, and then Temple of Truth. So she basically, when we level up, when we move into a higher level, the other team comes in to irritate us. It was like the last show when I had that person walk through my door in the kitchen. I'm like, who are you? Get out. Like, you're not allowed here, right? So yeah, so I would definitely, the other really cool thing you can do, there are violet flame protection meditations online, binaural beats, sage. You can run that all night. And you can ask for your security team to watch over you while you're sleeping. Like place a healing bubble of protection around you and watch over you. So I do that for me and my cat. You know, I don't want to worry about him while he's sleeping. He's very powerful too, but I want to make sure he's not being yarded off somewhere. So I make sure I got something around him, around me, around my home, and then I go off. I have meetings in the ships for sure.
Yeah.
So that Illuminati card was it's not your guide. It's not your higher self touching your foot. Okay. You got, overall Andromedan healing matrix. So you are part of the Andromedan family of light and you're innovative and you're expanding. So this could be part of part of your initiation right now. Shiva is just to stand in your power. Look for a sovereignty statement. Honestly, everyone, like when we say that, it goes out on all frequencies and all timelines. And what we get into, we are of the light and they can't bother us anymore, but we have to tell them to go. And we have to tell them to go. Okay. I'm going to pull a dragon card for you. Oh, that's it. Okay. Sunshine Yellow Dragon. That's it. If you love animals and you like to be around animals, you have a very powerful gift to work with them, to communicate with them. And this is interesting. You got a black dragon that came in. So this black dragon is actually very protective as well. Cocoons you so that you allow your divine potential. So I would maybe call in a black dragon to help protect you as well. Did you all know that they can move in with you and be with you? We all have a guardian dragon.
Wow.
Yeah. So see how that dragon's like literally putting a cocoon around? They expand. So they can come in to the home and be like right beside us. But then you can say like, I want to protect, dragon, protect me. And it'll put a protection around your whole space as well and not let anybody in. So it just says to allow your potential to grow, I would call in the black dragon and your guardian dragon because you're undergoing a metamorphosis. That's when they always show up, Rob. They always show up when they know we're leveling up. It's part of our initiation and it doesn't get any more clear than that. You have potential, Shiva, and they wanted to bother you. But I love this though. You are very connected to animals and you could be an animal communicator. You could work with animals if you wanted. Yeah.
That's amazing.
So perfect.
Wow. Well, this has been amazing. I hope we didn't do too many readings. Like this was, I know it's hot and stuff today, so I appreciate you like doing it. And thank you for wanting to do the donations towards my channel. That really helps me a lot. Like that really, we got a little bit, so it helped definitely, for
Good.
sure. Like
Good.
every little bit helps, you know what I mean? So like,
I
I'm going to
agree.
be doing this like a couple times this week, like with a couple different people, like just trying to raise funds throughout the week. And then hopefully by the end of the week, I have a decent amount of money to go. And you know what I mean? Like that's the best I can do, like,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and that's what it's all about, so. But
Yeah.
do you want to?
Well, I was going to say, if we missed anybody, just email Rob and we'll catch you the next show, because we'll be doing a show in a couple weeks.
Yeah. And whoever we missed, like if we missed you, I'll write, send me a message and I'll put you on the list for the next time and we'll get you for sure. And because we have a show coming up in like a week and a half, not even 2 weeks, like a week and a half.
Just
so like,
as soon as Rob gets back, we're doing a show. We're doing a show on the 24th. So
Yeah.
I appreciate all of you coming out today. It's been super fun, super informative.
Yeah, it's been really fun, guys. So like, yeah. And do you want to tell everybody how they can book a reading with you for real and everything like that?
So website, emails, the best way. Please follow me on YouTube as well, because I do so many cool things over there as well. I appreciate y'all so much. I'm on Telegram, Instagram, and Facebook. And I got a really cool thing on right now for all you star season light workers that they downloaded this package of mix and match distance and Zoom calls that you can work with me from now through the gateways, Lionsgate, the gateway in September, including the JSEALS. So that is on offer. I've never offered that before. And then, basic readings as well. So everything on special is at the top of my website. Love to work with whoever I'm supposed to work with. And everybody have a beautiful rest of your day. Thanks, Rob.
All right. Thanks. All right. Until next time, everybody. And I might have another show tonight. I'm not sure.